It's my good friend Jackie. We've been friends since we're like 14 or 15. Um, so I will read the piece that she gave me to read for Artists for Life. So let me just get all these files up and stuff, and I hope you're enjoying yourselves, guys. It's been a awesome evening so far, and we're actually how many? We're almost there to our $10,000 milestone, which I believe it's now approximately 350 right now. So we can make it by tonight. If we can make that, anything's possible from now on. Let's see where it is. Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna read this. This is from my friend Jackie. Again, she couldn't make it tonight due to like emergency that she had, little emergency. But here is what I will read from Jackie B. 6 years ago, my grandmother passed away from colon cancer. It was particularly hard for me to deal with because she was like a second mother to me. I thought I would never get through it, but a year went by, then another, and another. Though the hurt and sadness never seem to go away, it does get better. The days continue, the years continue. Good things in life continue. My uncle and aunt finally became parents to two beautiful twin girls. My aunt got married and had a little girl. I graduated from college and my sister is about to graduate from high school. Though we wanted life to stop, it didn't. Life cannot stop because someone is no longer physically present. While I will never hear her voice, smell her cooking, or find her dancing in the kitchen, I know that she's here. I see her when I look at all the good things that come after her death. I see her when I try to cook a sauce like hers. I see her when the little kids sing as loud as they can. I see her every time I look at the sky and see the sun shining, because even on our darkest days, the sun still shines. So that's one little piece that Jackie wrote. And I would love to tell her after the event that that she received some donations. So again, this will still go towards donations for Jackie. Even like a $5 donation would be awesome for her. Again, she lost her grandmother to colon cancer, and I remember she is my neighbor's niece, and we used to hang out a lot. And I remember when her grandmother used to come around, and her grandfather, and they're awesome. They're so fun to talk to. They're always together and stuff. And now it's kind of odd not to see her around the neighborhood again. It's a very tough situation, and she's been dealing with that for many years. And I'm very glad that she's here to. Well, she's not here, but I'm very glad that she wrote something for us that we can listen to. So again, even a small donation, like a $5 donation, so I can tell Jackie that your piece moved someone to donate $5 or $10 or 15. So just something that I can report to her. The next piece is by her again. This is the last piece before the end of her time slot. It's called "Please Don't Take My Sunshine Away." And here we go. Maybe how about this? How about I have you guys read it too at the same time? I can probably do this. Try to fit this in so you guys can read what she wrote. I was 1 month shy of my 16th birthday. At the time, I knew I could handle anything except losing her. My grandmother always kept her promises to us. So when she promised me she would hang on until I turned 16, I was certain it would be true. When I was growing up, she would often say to me, "What will you do when I'm gone?" Instead of answering, I would cry and tell her I didn't know. She would smile and say, "Well, it's a good thing I won't be going anywhere for a long time." That was the first promise she has ever broken. A long time was shorter than we both thought. At 6, she gave me my first lesson in bread making. Always in her favorite apron, her big red bowl would sit on a chair to keep it level. She recalled the ingredients and measurements by memory, something I am still unable to do today. Instead of using a mixer, she would use her hands to really work into the dough. It was the kind of blending that left your hands feeling sticky for days, but you didn't care. Don't ever be afraid to get your hands sticky with dough. It shows your love for the dough, she says, her fingers covered, sorry. Kneading the dough was my favorite part because it meant I'd get to play and mostly eat the dough. She would knead, sing at the same time, the same familiar song. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. What I remember most about this time are the smells. The warm and calming smell of the dough mixed with the airy smell of summer. A combination I now associate with true happiness. My bread often came out lopsided, while hers came out perfectly every time. When I brought this up, she simply smiled. While Sundays are reserved for days of rest and relaxation, in my family, they are reserved for consuming large amounts of food, yelling until your throat burns, and dancing. As you walk up the driveway, you are hit with the unsticking aroma of sauce and the sounds of a 67-year-old belting Christy Lane's cover of I Believe in Angels, and changing the words as she heard them, so across the stream became across the street. In her Sunday apron and bright red lipstick, she would take us into her arms and begin moving in rhythm with the music, twisting and turning us until we are dizzy. At the end, we would all collapse on the floor, convulsing in laughter. I wondered if all grandmothers were this vital. The room is smaller than I remember. All through my childhood, it was encased in sunlight, provided by 2 big windows at each end. On this day, however, no sun shined through. I thought, this is what death looks like. Dark, gray, and lonely. As I stared at her, I realized lying in that bed was a woman I didn't recognize. Her once glowing face turned pale and her cheeks were sunken. Always a short woman. Lying there in that big bed, it seemed to engulf her. Her lips, which once held bright red lipstick, were now a new shade of gray. The air in the room had become unbearably cold. People came in and out, touched our shoulders, and shook their heads. Some looked, others couldn't. The lyrics fought their way into my head, but all I could remember was, "Please don't take my sunshine away." When everyone left, I stole one last glance. On her face was a smile. I now know every word to the song. I believe in angels and remember to smile every day. I have learned that if you choose to let them, memories will destroy you. I do not let this one haunt me. Instead, I find myself on hot summer afternoons in the kitchen, reaching for the flour, yeast, baking soda, and a bit of salt, singing a familiar song, dancing until I'm dizzy and smiling. And my friend Jackie wrote that. And that's a very moving piece. I think we got a donation too. Let me just double check this nice and fast. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me just double check this donation. And just refresh this page over here. Oh, I gotta log in. So I will